my screen here? Does everything look clear enough? Okay, cool. And how about the audio? Does it sound okay? Not too loud, not too quiet? Awesome. All right. So let me just take a quick sip of tea here. Okay. Now, first of all, thank you so much for joining me here today. Welcome. My name is Dylan Sigley. Now, I'm going to make this presentation as short and sweet as I possibly can. Now, guys, what's new about this is certainly not the result, okay? That's the kind of amazing track record that this thing has. Guys, it doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner, you've always tried and failed at this online stuff, you have a really tight budget, because all you need is literally less than an hour a day, which I'll even, show you how to find. You may be thinking to yourself, Dylan, this all sounds awesome, but if it's really as good as you say it is, then why are you sharing it? Why don't you just keep all of this stuff to yourself and make a whole bunch of money with it? Why do you need to tell everyone? Well, here's the reality, okay? I don't need the money anymore. And we're also going to be giving you our drop servicing quick start templates, which is essentially our drop servicing quick start guide, which is a collection of virtually fill in the blank templates that you can use to start selling fast and with zero costs. So I'm serious about the promise I made earlier, all right? And you're gonna let's just be 100% clear on just a few things, because it's very important that you don't misunderstand me. Now, while this is highly automated, as I've said, it's not do nothing, make money, guys. That does not exist, okay? Consistent effort goes a long way. While this can work fast, it's not get rich quick, okay? Those are two different things. And while this has completely turned my life upside down, my results are not typical results. And while this has worked for, tons of regular everyday people, that is not a guarantee that it will work for you, okay? So your results will vary depending on what you do with it, right? Makes sense. Now, with that said, this is the only thing online that I recommend to my friends and family. This is my girlfriend, Martina, again. I showed her how to do this back in 2019. And you're probably thinking, okay, great, Dylan, but how does it work? Okay, let's first establish the fact that drop servicing is the new best way for everyday people to make money online. It's just a fact. You might have heard of ways of making money online, such as Amazon FBA, drop shipping, or affiliate marketing. So this graph here shows interest over time. And you can see that all of these models have huge competition that's growing because everyone knows about them. And you can see down there this new opportunity that nobody knows about called drop servicing. Drop servicing is nothing like these other saturated competitive business models that are expensive to start, hard to understand, and slow to get real results. It takes advantage of the gig economy, which is expected to reach $2.7 trillion by 2025, which is pretty big. So drop servicing is so shockingly better. And how is this even possible, you might ask, right? Well, it sure as hell isn't with any of the competitive, oversaturated methods that you've probably heard about already. It's because of what we call digital services, okay? A digital service essentially is, as it sounds, a service that only exists digitally and on the internet. And because of that, you can get started with it for as little as $0 because you don't have to buy anything. It's just extremely low risk. And the best part of all, in my opinion, is that it can be fully automated, like 100% automated. So I like to call this having a real online business without the BS, because there's no ads, there's no inventory, there's no employees, no office, and you can get started for free. It's just you and your laptop. And Michelle here says it's just too easy once you have things going. And it's true, because this is by far the easiest. What exactly is drop servicing, right? All we do is take digital services offered by freelancers and use our system to sell them online. We make money by finding services at a low price and selling them online at a high price. And there are hundreds of high quality, cheap services to sell that we can source directly online from websites like Fiverr.com for free, then sell them for thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, giving us 70% plus profits that we keep in our pockets. Because I've been doing this for a long time. I'm aging myself a little bit here, but I've seen the ups and downs, okay? Everything that's happened over the years. And I can safely say that today, right now, there has never been a better time to be a drop servicer, because what used to take weeks can now be done in hours. What used to cost hundreds of dollars can now be done for free. And a lot of the work you used to have to do yourself can be fully automated, all thanks to AI, okay? Now, what is AI exactly? First, let's, understand that AI is not some complicated technology. It's actually been around for a long time, and you've probably been using it almost every day already. So if you're familiar with any of the following, such as Amazon Alexa, Google Maps to give you directions, autocorrect to fix your spelling, if you've ever used any of these before, then you're already very familiar with AI. So the way that I like to look at it is essentially as your own virtual assistant. AI is really your simple, easy to use little helper, and because of recent breakthroughs in AI, your little virtual assistant helper can now be used to make you money. And I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain a few of the things it can do now, okay? It can generate images of absolutely anything. These pictures right here are not real images, they are AI generated. And it's pretty insane to me, I don't know about you. And where things get really interesting for drop services like us is AI can also automate everything we do as drop services. So AI can literally automate the entire drop servicing business from start to finish. So if you haven't seen what this stuff can do and what it looks like, then let me just take one aspect of a drop servicing business for you, writing offers, okay? Of course, to sell a service, you need to write a good offer to sell it to a potential client. But now, AI can do it very, very effectively for you for free. So the way it works is it has all of the information on the entire internet stored in its brain, and it basically knows everything. So it's instantly an expert on any topic, so that you don't have to be. And it writes 200 times faster than even the fastest humans, okay? It never gets tired, it doesn't have to sleep, and it doesn't have to eat, okay? I asked it for 10 email offers for TikTok advertising services for e-commerce brands, and it just went and wrote them all in about 60 seconds or less. And in my professional opinion, these are very, very good offers too. So how good is the writing that it does? Well, let me tell you, it's scary good, okay? It is passing the test required for medical licenses and business degrees in the best universities. So it's smarter than people basically, and that's how good this thing is, okay? What it's capable of is absolutely mind-blowing. Even the CEO of Google said about these recent breakthroughs in AI, he called them bigger and more significant than the discovery of fire or electricity, okay? That's how big this is. This is a monumental shift. So listen, you've got to embrace this stuff because, it's not going anywhere and you're going to be left behind if you don't. It's estimated that AI, because of the incredible things it can do, is going to take over 300 million jobs from people. So you've got to get in early and take advantage of this stuff right now. So how do you do that exactly? Well, first, understand that AI in and of itself doesn't make money on its own, okay? You can't just click a button and it makes money. No, you have to plug it into a money-making framework that fits and makes sense. And that's what we have here. There is no better business model quite suited for AI automation on the planet than this. Because what used to be the hardest part in the process, which is building the system, is now the most easy part and the most fun because AI can do most of it for you. So this completely bridges the gap and makes drop servicing realistic for absolutely anyone who wants to do it. I'm going to show you exactly how you can start making this happen for yourself using our trademarked one service method. We want certainty. Okay, listen, we're not in the business of taking risks. We just want to know for certain that the service that we choose is going to be a successful service. And when you choose the right service, that's where you get certainty, okay? So there are 3 keys to choosing a service. The first key is we only choose the highest profit services, meaning the amount we pay the freelancer after we get paid is at most 30% of the price. So if the service costs $300, we want to be able to charge our clients at least $1,000 so that we can keep at least $700 profit in our pocket. And that would give us a 70% profit margin. So most drop services have at least a 70% profit margin. So this is actually an example of one of my live drop servicing businesses that sells a high profit service called animated videos. These are basically little videos that businesses put on their websites, okay? Now I'm going to show you the pricing section here. So every time someone buys a service on this website, it's automatically delivered by my team. A client will buy that 30-second premium video for $1,998, for example, and I will pay my team $599, which is 30% of the price, and I keep $1,398 as profit each and every time someone buys. Pretty crazy high profit, right? So that's the first key. The second key is really easy as well. We just choose high demand services. So we can see how much demand there is by how many services are being listed online. So all we do is go into a website like Fiverr.com, which is just one of the dozens of websites that we use to source high demand services, by the way. But you can see that I perform searches for animated videos, which has 26,452 services listed, TikTok advertising, which has 3,956 services listed, and chatbot development, which only has 770 services available. So we know out of these 3 services, animated videos will have the most demand by far. Many more freelancers to choose from and many more hungry buyers who need the services. So key number 3 is to find services which are recurring, meaning that we get paid month after month month for them. So we simply choose services that we know that clients need on a monthly basis. For example, logo design, clients usually just need that once. So it's not a recurring service, but a service like email management will bring you high profit recurring clients quickly because they are constantly in need of someone to manage their emails. Pretty basic, right? Makes sense. So I just want to share some more services here to get the wheels turning for you. And we absolutely love these services. These are great ones to start with as a beginner. So a few of these that we've done ourselves as well was following the 4 steps of the one service method. And those 4 steps are choose, automate, launch, and duplicate. Now we're going to walk through each one of these right now. So let's go into the first step, which is to choose a service. Now there are hundreds of simple to sell services out there waiting to be launched by people like you and me. And what I need you to know is that you don't have to know a thing about the service. That right there covers the entire first step. Pretty simple. We're 25% of the way through, okay? So the first step is to choose a service following those 3 keys. Then step number 2 is to automate your service. And here's where things get really interesting, okay? Using what you're about to see, you can have your own money-making services sourced and selling online faster than you ever thought possible because of AI software. Now, one thing that doesn't change about step number 2 is the importance of quality, okay? Guys, if you're in this just for the money, quality matters, okay? And as you can imagine, having a quality service is important. So you want to make sure that your clients are happy so they pay you month after month. And that's why it's so important that we make sure that we don't deliver the service ourselves, okay? We leave that to the freelancers. And by sourcing high quality delivery teams as drop services, we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. It's all done for you. And guys, even beyond the service delivery, okay, we now have powerful AI that can automate a lot of the stuff that we used to have to do ourselves. So what if I told you that today we can source freelancers for free, get them to agree to work with us, and give us examples of their work to use on our website, and then use free or cheap AI and software to automate most of the process of setting up and running your drop servicing system. So you already understand that the delivery of the service is easy because that's all done for you by the freelancer. But what about building the system? Well, it used to be that we had to do everything ourselves, okay? But thanks to AI and software, it's all essentially completely done for us. So let's take a big part of the process that used to take a lot of research and time when building that system, the offer. Basically, some text for the website about the service that we're selling and who we're selling it to that makes our clients want to pull out their wallet and buy. Now, it used to be honestly kind of a pain in the ass to write the offer. It was a ton of research and just a ton of work. But now because AI has all of the information on the internet stored in its brain and there are tools specifically for writing offers, we can just ask ChatGPT to write an offer on our website, animated videos for medical clinics, for example, and it can do so in a matter of seconds. So something that used to take, a week or more compressed down to seconds, guys. That's an offer that you can quickly just take and list online and start selling fast, okay? Without any learning curve at all or doing any of your own research. So let's say that you wanted to start selling animated videos, but you wanted to choose a specific group to sell to. So we could ask ChatGPT, what are some good niches to sell animated videos to? Well, and a niche, by the way, is just a specific group of clients, like doctors or lawyers. That would be a niche. And you can see that it says healthcare and medical industry, which is amazing because I already know that's a good niche to go after actually in my own businesses. So let's choose that one, okay? We'll go with medical clinics, and that's just a random example of who we could sell to. I'll give you more examples later, but I want to show you how easy it is, okay? There's no complicated tech involved in drop servicing. So let's just start with the offer. It can do a lot more than that. So I have my service, which is animated videos, my niche, which is medical clinics. Next, you see how easy and fast that is, because that's literally what every step in building a drop servicing business is like these days, all thanks to AI and software. We automate everything. We build a high profit sales generating machine with drop servicing thanks to AI, delivering high quality services thanks. We just hand off projects to the freelancers. It's a simple handoff, and we start completely for free because we only pay freelancers after we get paid. The question to you is, could you do this just once? Just choose a service from that website that I showed you and the list that I'm going to give you a bit later, then use AI to write your offer for the service like I just showed you, and then just list it online using a drag and drop template with software like the sites that I showed you, okay? That's it. All for a recurring monthly income stream. Of course you could. just like all of those people I just showed you, right? So that's why I say truly anyone can do this, right? That's the first two steps in the one service method: choose and automate. Now, let's get into step number 3, which is where we launch our service with the automatic sales system. All about letting freelancers do the work for you. So listen, there's no one in the world who knows how to deliver high quality services better than your freelancers. So just let them take care of it, right? I mean, what you need to do is create a business that fits your goals. And we do that by taking high demand services and listing them online. Then in step 3, we launch those services with our automated sales system. And this is a system where we can just copy paste templates, AI, and software to start getting sales 100% for free. And we've developed this to help you go from getting your first client to client 10, client 100 fast. And this is why you've seen so many examples of people today who use the system to get tens of thousands of dollars in a few days. You just need to repeat the process to get 2 clients, 3 clients, and so on. So if you're happy with making a few $1,000s per month, you just need a few recurring clients paying you month after month to be happy. Then, for those of you who maybe are a little bit more ambitious, you just need to scale your marketing to make more. But why do clients decide to work with you? That's a common question. Well, it's all about showing examples. You see, you choose the freelancer with the best reviews, and the freelancer gives us examples of their work for our website. Everything we need to have a legitimate service ready to sell. And the freelancer happily gives it to you because they know as a drop servicer, you mean more potential sales for them too. So it's a win-win. It creates this unstoppable momentum that I call the snowball effect. So you get examples of past projects from freelancers, then clients see that you have a high quality service with great examples of your work, so they buy. You make sales, and the more sales you make, the more clients say, hey, let's work with them too. More sales, more examples, the cycle continues. This right here is the core of why the one service method works. It's all about giving clients what they want, and we can already get it from freelancers. When you're selling recurring services to clients that then pay you month after month, that's a pretty good return on your money, I would think, So guys, my question is this starting to make a little bit of sense, okay? Are you starting to see the power of this and, how it works very clearly and why it works? This could be the thing that gets you freedom, like it did for me, like it did for so many of the people that you've seen so far. Freedom from a full-time job, freedom to travel, freedom from the stress of bills. Whatever it is, you're really just one service away to potentially making it all a reality. And you know what? We haven't really even covered the best part of this process, okay? Introducing many more income streams, you can then see your service up so that you basically can't lose, okay? And I'm talking even if you do this stuff wrong, as long as you just implement step number 4 here, you're going to be in a pretty good place, all right? So as you know by now, our clients buy our services from us again and again, creating recurring income. We don't just sell the same service multiple times to the same clients, we also sell different services to the same clients. By the way, it didn't end there with Bianca there, okay? She kept buying more services, and this happens all the time. Can you imagine how much that you can make if you just have one client, okay? Maybe if you have a few clients, okay? Our automated sales system also refers you to their friends, coworkers, and network. So Mitch was recommended to me by another client of mine, and my automatic system simply sent him the invoice telling him how to pay. Customers and referral business are free. You're literally duplicating your sales, and it's completely passive with clients coming to you without you doing anything. Your passive income streams are multiplied with each new client you get, and we also plug our automatic sales system into more marketing channels. So with one service, you get one client that's going to then refer you to their friends, co-workers, and network, and each of these clients buys your service multiple times, and they also buy different services, giving you multiple passive income streams at no cost. Then you duplicate the system into more marketing channels to get even more clients, because drop servicing is a flywheel. It gathers momentum on its own. So every sale leads to more sales. A client buys from you, they receive a good service, so they buy again and again, and they recommend you to their network, who then buy your service again and again, and it just grows, okay? They buy your service again and again, and more people come. They in turn recommend you to their friends, and then all of these sales originated from that first sale. You do absolutely nothing to it. You're simply multiplying your income streams. The more sales that you get, the more clients come. It just generates momentum itself. So this is how you create a lot of income streams and virtually eliminate risk with one client. So guys, to this day, I've never seen anything like this, okay? Something that is so safe to start, and there's never been a better time to do it yourself. Thanks to how easy AI makes all of this by automating so much of the process so that literally anyone can tap into this and use it to create the life that you want. So I've shown you how the online service sector is generating billions of dollars, and all we need to do is tap into these money flows to get a few recurring clients. Because I also showed you how completely shockingly untapped it is right now, with barely any competition compared to everything else, and how you can get started with it from scratch by choosing simple in-demand services that can sell with certainty, right? And I've shown you how we're using easy-to-use AI to source, automate, and launch services faster and easier than ever before. And then I showed you our secret method to partnering with freelancers that does the selling for you, because when combined with our automated sales system, it signals to clients to see your services as high value, so they pull out their wallet and buy. And I've shown you 4 of our absolute best shortcuts for turning one service into multiple streams of recurring income through leveraging the drop servicing flywheel to get referrals, sell more of the same service, sell different services, and use new channels in your automated sales system. Guys, let me ask you, are you getting excited about the idea of finally making real automated income for yourself? And wouldn't you agree that right now is the best time to take advantage of this new AI opportunity with drop servicing? And would you like to know exactly how we've helped all of these people so that you can just get the results that you're after? Because everyone that you've seen here today, every single one had an unfair advantage that you haven't had yet. And that's that. They've all been through our drop servicing blueprint program, which for years has been an industry leader in getting people life-changing results with drop servicing. And this program has been working for students worldwide from 100 plus countries since 2019, okay? We have students from 100 plus countries getting sales in 100 plus countries. So if you're watching this right now, it's because this is for you wherever you are, okay? It does not matter where you're from, but with the recent breakthroughs in AI, we knew we could finally do what wasn't possible until now. Into this course, I've been involved in online marketing for about 20 years, and this is the most detailed course I've seen. Amazing, okay? And he's right, this is my life's work. I put my heart and soul into this every single day, and you get lifetime access to it forever, all right? But what you get today is a whole lot more than just a course. Help you get past any obstacles that might come up and get your service selling as quickly as possible. Now, this is normally an extra $147 a month add-on, but today we're just including it for free, okay? And that's because we want to make this new program the most successful one that we've ever had. So for our partners, we're not giving you any reason to not succeed. So we're just going to include all of the support and coaching you could ever want. How's that sound, okay? Next, and the next thing that you're also going to get is what we call our quality stamp of approval. Now, this is actually super important, guys, okay? This is where our team of professional coaches are going to review your service and approve it before it goes live, including me. I'll review it. And this is how we really make sure that you're doing it right so that you can be confident and maximize your sales and ultimately to make your first service a success. We're really doing everything in our power to guarantee your success. What we'll take is to just put on a credit card using the bank's money, because the credit card company is covering everything today, and then you pay them back over time. And this is what they call good debt. And it's the same thing that I did when I bought my first course. I put $5,000 on a credit card to buy that course, which was a lot of money for me at the time, working in a call center on minimum wage, right? But I knew I needed to take action, so I just put it on my credit card and I jumped into the course. This is much cheaper than that, and honestly about 1,000 times better. And remember, guys, I'm here to help you, okay? I care about you. Let's recap one final time everything you're getting today. You're going to be getting the course, the coaching, the community, our team to review your services for you before they go live, and the done-for-you partnership. So guys, this has never been easier than it is right now. Everyone that you've seen here today didn't have the done-for-you partnership and AI on their side to automate a significant portion of the business, but you do. It's a complete game changer, right? I'm looking forward to seeing all of the new results coming in from people using these things on top of the current results that we have. Plus, you get all of the bonuses, everything inside my business, Drop Servicing Blueprint 3.0, done-for-you templates. And today, you get 2 memberships, so that you can do this with absolutely anyone that you possibly want to, okay? It's pretty amazing, and most other programs that include way less than this would cost at least $5,000 to $8,000 or more. But today, you can get in for just $996 one time. That's it, and you get lifetime access. So that's the cost of the program. But what's the cost of not doing this? What's the cost of doing nothing, okay? If I ask that question to anyone that you're seeing here today who've been through the program, what would they say, right? What would have it cost them if they did nothing? Luckily, they didn't do nothing, they jumped in, and they got those results you saw today. And they would tell you that not doing this would have been the most expensive, costly decision of their life. And that's the true cost of doing nothing today. When we look back on things in our life, we rarely regret the things that we actually did do. It's always the things that we didn't do that get us, right? You probably experienced that. We regret things that we didn't do so badly. It's the opportunities that we let pass by that we wish we could have gone back and taken. So guys, for the last time, if you want to build automated income streams with drop servicing that doesn't have all of the cost, the time, and the complicated tech that normally comes with having online income, and you want to follow the most proven path that has already worked for over 1,000 people before you, then you need to head to dropservicingpartner.com/offer and sign up today, all right? So guys, this has been great. I hope that you've really enjoyed this. I tried to make it as short as I possibly could, and I also hope that at least you've learned a ton, okay? You've seen what's possible with... So, my name is Dylan Sigley, and from the entire team here at Drop Servicing Blueprint, the entire company, our entire staff, I want to say a massive thank you for spending this time with me, attending today, and sticking around until the very end here, hanging out with me for over 2 hours here. We hope to see you on the inside so we can actually work together personally, get started, and create completely life-changing success for you too, all right? So thanks again, and yeah, have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you inside.